Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel and today's daily, which is June 26th, 2025. Of course, we've got tents and trees in front of us. That's the next one up in the rotation. So we're just going to get into it and see what's what. Now, I've already got this set up, so I shouldn't have to have as many ad breaks in here. So let's get our free 10 coins and let's jump into today. Now, we've got, when I went in here and did this, there's a few of them that are actually looking pretty good. Let's skip the easier ones. Let's go to these 18 by 18s. And then move from there. So let's get started on this guy. Now, do we have anything that we're seeing as we're doing this that's... the sixes are probably the largest groupings we have, so they're not massive. But let's clear out the ranks around here first and see if we can get anything with those sixes that'll help us out. Not there. This one has a little bit, because there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so we can get rid of those two. Nothing spectacular. There's a corner right here. That corner's already done. Those are not really helping us. This 5 might be useful, because there seems like a lot has been removed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Too bad there's nothing actually in position where it's knocking out multiple locations. I didn't mean to hit that guy, but... yeah, nothing really there. Okay, we might just have to get into removing all of our options and then going from there. Let's see. Because I don't see anything really obvious right off the bat. So, of course, we've got to do some digging to find what we need to do. So, let's get these out of the way as much as we can. And then we'll come back into this and see what's what. Now, this 6 is a little bit better now that I've kind of gone through them. I think because we got some of this stuff done too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so these two are out. Anything else there? No, not really. There's another 6 up here I didn't realize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, so these two are definitely out. Is there anything that's just a given that's sitting in front of me and I just haven't seen? Like this 5 seems like it's suspicious to me, really. Because 1, 2, 3, 4 possibilities here, but then there still leaves 2 more, so not necessarily. Let's look across and maybe one of these that have been pared down can help us out. This 4 I think does. No, it doesn't. I thought we had one more option, or one less option, I should say, there than we do. Okay, this 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are just givens. That should at least get us started. We know one of these two is in, so that's out. None of those have worked. These two are out because we know one of these two has to be in. This one here just has to be in. So this has to and this has to. There we go. It's a little something in for us. Now we also know one of these two is, so these are both out. This one's here. This one could go to either one, so we don't know which one it is just yet. Okay. This 4 has to be good, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that one is the next in line. And sometimes that's how it works. You'll start one off, and then the next one, the next row or column over would be reduced enough where you can do some more work on it. Not that one. No. No, the 1 is getting close. No there. No, no, no. There's a lot of them that are really close to being there, but not quite. So let's see what else we can... Oh, this one's never in anyway. Doesn't really help us, but it's there. I'll say, are any of these ones where there's a guaranteed that's already shown that we can then just say the rest of them can't be in? I don't see anything like that. So what we might have to start doing is seeing if we can pick out places where if we put something in, it will break. Where would we find that out? Or we can just find this one right here. I didn't see him. this tent goes to this tree, this tent goes to this tree. So this guy here has to have one here, which pushes these in. That pushes the corner out, and this has to go in. Now this 3 only has 1 left over, and we're moving a little bit now. Good. This one can't be in. And do a boop. Well, we had a little bit of a run there, but now we got to find something else to work with. What about these other ones? No. All right, there's got to be something in here. Where are you at? I think we finished off all of those. There's options on some of these other ones still. This 3 looks like it's a little bit handy because 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's out. Didn't do very much, though, is the problem. So, anywhere else we've got something that's obvious that I just haven't quite seen yet? Always a good question. And I don't know the answer to it right off the top of the bat there. So let's just search around then, I guess, and maybe we'll find something that's just not as obvious, but it's still out there looking at us. No, nothing there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this 4 is a little bit useful because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 2 can't be in. They didn't do too much help for us. Is either one of these going to be a problem? I don't think so. No, it doesn't look like it. The 1 here, not quite. We're very close to getting this guy sorted, but it's not quite there. These other ones do not quite have enough. So let's get back into the search pattern, if you will. No, we've already looked at the 4 and 5. Is this 5, this one right here, done? 1, 2, 3, yeah, that one was a gimme, excuse me. So that's that, and that's that. We know one of those 2 is in for this guy. We don't know which one it is. All right, what else? Never really good to get kind of slowed down and bogged down on the very first puzzle you do. But, one of these has to be in. Or, well, one of these is in. Only one of these can be in. That's 2. 3, 4, 5, but that doesn't quite get us there either. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this one here can't be in because it would remove too many options. It gets us very close to this 3 being sorted. But again, not quite there. So, yet again, we are searching for a needle in a haystack here to get us moving. Doesn't have to be one of those 2. Another thing we can do is look at think about options on one of these ones. If we were to put something here, does it force another one to have to go in? Then you could remove one of those options. It might give you just enough to get into something. But I don't necessarily see something there at the moment. So that's not helping us. Let's do a grid by grid. Maybe I'm just missing something obvious, and if I would just take my time and go through each one of them, I'll find them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 1, 2. We're almost to the 4. The 3 we know is done. This one has 1 left. This one has 1 left. This one has 2 left. Not even close. No. 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 Nope. 4, 5. We'd already seen this one, I think. We'd removed what we could, but that wasn't quite enough. Nope. Nope. No, no, and no. Let's go the other way then. No, I don't see it here. There might be some little intricacies in there that I can use, but I'm not quite seeing them. The 3 again is no. This one's a no for... Well, this 6 is slightly usable now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this one's out. But we can't say that these are 1s or 2s necessarily. But, well, that does help. Well, at least the reduction there does help the 1 saying this one can't be in. We know one of those 2 is to finalize the 1, but that's essentially it. Okay, the 6 is a little bit reduced. That one is out. Corner means that's out. The 1 is no go yet. No. No. Okay, there's 4, finally. These are all in. Good. Just had to dig through and find these things. Sometimes they are a little tricky to find. And that's going to kind of set off this 5. And then these 4s, at least somewhat. There's something. That 4's done. This 4 now has to be done. That gets rid of you. You have to be in. You and you have to all be in. This 2 is now done. Good. That takes a big old chunk out of that. These all have to be in. Good. We've got a 1 here now that we can get rid of all those. I'll come back to that in a second. Let's make sure we get these sorted out first. Sometimes if I skip around and hit something, I'll forget which row I took away from. And then I'll miss some of the obvious clues. So that's that, that's that, that's that. You have to be in, you have to be in. You are out, and you are in. Okay, now let's go through these. And the 1 is gone. Well, it didn't do too much from that point, but this is out. At least it can keep me focused on the section where things are cleared out. So that's a no-go. This 4, this one can't be in. Now this 3 is done. And this 4 is done. Just going to remove that one. We don't have anything crossing this way yet, but we probably have some things going up and down. Voodoo, 1, 2, not necessarily right there. 5, no, no. This one doesn't want to, okay, this 4 right here is completed. Good. Now what about this 4? It's completed. Good. Maybe we just have to go, didn't mean to hit that one. Well, this one actually just is in. So is this. I might have just had to kind of like go through like a laser printer and pick out these guys. This 2, okay, there's a bunch of them up here that we can click. So let's just do all of that and then come back and look to see what it's opened up. Yep, right here and here. We have 4, 5, so only one of those 2 is left. The 1 says one of those 2 is left. Just making sure those are good to go. This one here must be in, so you and you are in. That finishes that 4. This guy here and here, that's going to set off a chain reaction, which we love to see. The 3 and the 4 are both done, so now you are in and you're done and you are done. That'll finish the 6, finish this one and this one. Good, now this 5 is done. This guy has to be here and here. The 6 is done, the 4 is done, and there we go. Usually it just takes one kind of catalyst, and then once you find it, things move along swiftly. So let's keep going. That one took quite a while, so we might have only a few puzzles today because of that. We'll see how quickly we can get through this one. Hopefully quite a lot faster than the other one did. Not you. There are some bigger clues in this one, so maybe that will be helpful. But you never quite know, because sometimes even the real large clues, you have to really pick through them to get them to give you what you need. Doing a base sweep here, though, first, and then we'll look at those guys. Let's get all of these done. Doop, boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. And again, we'll get most of it. We don't always have to get every single one of them right off the bat, but as long as we have a good chunk of them done, we can start to jump in. So let's look at these 7s. We have a few of them looking down. That one's not even close to being good. That one's not all that great, but I think we can make a little bit of work on it because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these two have to be out. Again, it's not much, but it's a little something. Now, as I'm looking down these things, I'm also looking for any guys that are just sticking out that are givens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, that's not even close. Looks the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. The 7 over here. Just had to look at the right one. And we'll get rid of all of these options. That's that. That's that. This one's that one's in. That one's out. Therefore, all of these are out. One of these two is in to finish this thing. That one's there, that one's there, that one's there, so that will finish that one. Stop misclicking, please. This one is just done. Did that leave anything open? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, this 4 is now complete. So let's do the side-to-side little probings here and see if it works like the last one did a little bit. But again, the last one we had to get some work done before that started to work its way out. But 1, 2, 3, 4. These are both out. And, well, actually only 2 of these can be in, so this guy has to be in. Now, we're not going to be able to go too much further there, but we do have this one over here. It's done, so let's see how that helps us. This one is done, which is going to connect to this one. That's good. This one now has to be in, which is going to remove a lot of options. Corner, corner. This guy has to be in. You have to be in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we can remove some options here as well as we continue to look. And this 7 up here might be useful as well. This one here must be in. You're a corner, so you're out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Sometimes it's just nice to switch gears, just to take a quick look, because usually when you go through these puzzles, they will flip back and forth between horizontal and vertical as you go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this 5 is useful. We know 2 of these are going to be in, so these and these can't be. In fact, this one can't either. So that was a little bit of a something. Let's look at this 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one and this one can't be in, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's out and that's out because they removed too many options. This 4, this one has to be in. This is a corner unit, so it can go. This guy has only 1 plot. You have to go there. Good. And 3, not so much. 5, not so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, not quite there. Let's go back to what we were doing over here. One of these is in. This is one of those things I always try to look for, and I was talking about in the last puzzle. Because one of these 2 has to be in, none of these can be in, because that one can only have 1. Now on this 4, it's something similar. One of these only, this one, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, so we can get rid of this one because it would remove too many options. Now let's go back to our 7s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 technically there. But there's probably more reduction because essentially this one could be in, one of these 2 could be in. That's 3, 4, 5, or 5 for these 2, 6, 7, 8. So it comes out to the same thing, but sometimes those will work if you look at them from a slightly different angle. All right, let's go back and cross-reference then. Yeah, this 5 is now reduced even more, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are all in. And this guy here is just one of... Oh, this one's never in anyway. I just missed that one. So this one was just completely done. Good. That 5 is done. 3, not quite. Did anything? Nope, not there. But this 4 now is reduced down to these 2. That didn't actually take anything off the board. Although what it did was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah, didn't quite get us there. Because now only one of these 2 could possibly, and because this tree is now taken. This 1 here is done. So this guy's out, which forces you in, and you, and you. 2, 3, 4, 5. This one and one of those 2, or both of these. Let's cut back across again. No. No, no, and no. Doop, nope, nope, nope. Okay, this one here is a little bit reduced because we have to get 2 of these guys in, so this one can never be. This guy here is already taken, so you're out, which means this one is in, and then one of these 2 will be the final portion of the 5. This 5 says this one can't be in. This one never could be. You just didn't see it again. Okay, we've got a lot of little things going on here. Let's process them. No. Again, no. This 3 now is there. So all of these are in. Did that reduce these guys? Yes, the 5 is now done. This 3 is done. That's done. Those are done. Okay. This one here means that's out. Then this 3 can be finished. This 5 looks like it can be finished. That's going to finish that 1 and remove a bunch of options. Not necessarily helpful, but it removed options. So we take what we can get. Okay, let's go back to these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, only one of these 2 can be in. So this guy here must go here. And then these will do that. Now that didn't necessarily tell us which one was which, but it got us into the ballpark at least. Let's look up and down this way now. No, not quite. Not quite. And not quite. We'll have to look over this way. Yep, this 2 says this is out. So only one of these can be in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that one's out because you can't take out 2 of those. There's some grouping in here that we're going to have to be able to sort. Again, where is that little in that we need? Okay, what about this 6 up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, there it is. This is what needed to happen. That's going to open the 2 up, which hopefully clears this all up. It does. Well, maybe not all of it, but it definitely does work. This here can't be in because it would remove options for all of these, and then now we can go back and pop all of these guys in. You have to be in. This 2 is done, which forces you, which finish the 5, but this 2 has to be there to finish it. 3 is done. 3 is done. This 2 has to be in, which finishes the 7. This guy here has to be in, and then you and you. And there we go. A little bit better on that one. I think because we're getting pretty close to the time I want to go to, I don't know if I want to get into any of these other big ones. Let's do a couple of the... Actually, you know what? Let's switch it up a little bit. Let's go into classic packs and do a couple of those. So we can we'll do an unlock and we'll get going on some of these. Just do some quick ones. And that way we can start to work on those classic packs as well. So we can get towards finishing up achievements and all that kind of good stuff. We'll just do a couple of them, whatever we see fit to get to the next, to a point where we think we've used our time wisely. Again, let me know in the comments if you're interested in achievements like I am, or if there's something you kind of do whenever you get into a game of some sort. If there's an achievement available, do you go for it? I like on PlayStation, I had Nintendo when I was a kid for the longest time. I never had a PlayStation out until probably maybe 10 years ago at the earliest, I would say. So I didn't really know too much about achievements in that terms, but I used to always do achievements and stuff like that on PC games, what have you. But in PlayStations, they make it very addictive to hunt achievements because they're on everything. So it always became a fun thing for me to go in and just try to do as many as possible. And in PlayStation, if you know anything about PlayStation, they're essentially, if you complete the entirety of an achievement on a PlayStation game, it's called a platinum. So as always, platinum hunting is the kind of the thing to do. So anyway, a little bit of babble while we're doing a couple of these easy things. We'll do one more and then I think we'll call it a day, because we did have a little bit of a struggle on the very first one, which kind of extended our timeline here. But again, always fun to do these. I could go on for hours, honestly, but I don't think you guys would probably enjoy that as much as I would. So anyway, that was pretty fun. We got through some classic packs. We can continue to kind of inject ourselves in these because these things go on forever. There's tons of them, tons and tons and tons. And then we can move on to, like I said, there's large packs, which are the big boys that have, again, getting to pretty big groupings. Let me know if you guys want to see me do any of these guys as well. And then we have the vertical packs, which are oriented vertically, as it states. So they're not rectangular. They are a proportion of a rectangle, where it's less wide than it is deep, if you will. And then we have a bunch of no grass packs, which we could always start doing some of those. They are fun. Like I've said in the past, the larger ones can get very difficult because you have to keep so much in your head to do them. But anyway, enough banter, I guess. We've got 15 out of 49 achievements done so far. As you can see, it'll keep the closest one that you have. So we're pretty close to getting the hundreds and all of these guys that we've done already just by playing the random levels. But you can see there's so many different things that you could do. There's doing any of them fast, which I've mentioned before. There's doing any of them by yourself that's without using hints or undos. There's all daily levels of 1 day. We could probably try to do that someday. Coins, tents only. Tents only one is the that's just placing tents without removing options. And some of these other random things that you can just buy with your coins to get themes and stuff like that. But anyway, well, I didn't mean to do that. Go away. I didn't mean to do that either. What the heck? Okay, I'm going to get out of here because I'm just tearing this thing up. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that one. That was June 26, 2025, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.